Hi, welcome back to my PowerWash Simulator 2 playthrough. My name is Tony, and I'm going to be listening to Film Sack episode 405, Terminator Salvation, from January 6th of 2019. Old. I'm re-listening to that podcast because it's kind of evergreen in my opinion. It's in the middle, 19 minutes in, so as always, I'll link to it in the description. Time to chill out. Let's go.
But,
okay,
yeah.
all right.
Sam Worthington's head is round. Christian
Right,
Bale's
right,
head is
okay.
square. It's triangular.
This is big.
Not knowing what story is being told
Right.
at the
How do we
very
want to
beginning of
approach
this movie,
this?
I'm like, is this John Connor? I don't know. And then he gets killed
Start with the
in
floor.
an execution chamber, and then we see Christian Bale, and I'm like, wow, he looks really. Is that
Start with the
is that
wall.
the same
Really?
person?
Oh,
I'm
you
just-
The wall would be
Really?
interesting because it'd
It
be
was very.
Yeah.
It was weird to me that so much
pretty easy to hit
technical,
up. Do that.
correctness and continuity was poured into this film. Like they tried really hard to get all this other stuff looking so great, and for some reason, Sam Worthington and Christian Bale looked enough alike that when I first would spot them in a scene, like, okay, where are we now? What are we?
Were you
doing?
watching this on your
guy is
phone?
that? No, I
You
was
tripping, yo.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with any of that, but I did. I mean, this was a big year for Worthington. He did Avatar that year, so 09 was Avatar. Then you had this.
You say a big year for Worthington like he's had other big years.
Right. This is it.
Probably the big year for. I should have said.
Yeah, I can't think of.
By the way,
It's an Avatar, and I'm having a hard time.
He's got a fine screen presence. There's nothing wrong with him, generally speaking. I don't know where he's at now or what he's up to, but
I'll tell you what he's up to. Go ahead and settle in Avatar 2 in post-production as well as Avatar 3, and they're filming Avatar 4 and 5.
okay. What else outside of Avatar? What else we got? Anything else?
Oh no! I mean, he did a couple things. Clash of the Tide was okay. I never saw him in it.
That Flash of the Tide.
Yeah, but that was his most big year.
It feels like if you need Sam Worthington, you could probably find a dozen other actors who can do Sam Worthington.
Oh yeah, you just go buy. You get a Hemsworth. Just get a Hemsworth because he's an Australian as well. They're all Australian, so you got one Australian, Sam Worthington. Who's a better Australian? Any of the Hemsworths.
The factory that they show in Terminator Salvation was actually a Hemsworth factory. I don't know if you saw this in the trivia. But,
Oh, by the way, okay, I do want to just say real quick, effects-wise, I thought the Arnold moment looked really good,
It looked so
Yes.
good.
like
yeah,
legit.
surprisingly, yeah.
Yeah, like not goofy and not uncanny, and I know it's not him,
10,000.
but whatever I'm
Good
looking at
God.
looks totally convincing to me.
But it's supposed to be right. It's supposed to be a robot anyway, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, I think we kind of give a little bit of leeway.
It was
There
good.
was
That's
there
next.
was a lot of cost savings going on, and it bled through. Like I was objectively annoyed at that. The same way. Do you remember in Goblet of Fire when they did a bunch of cost savings on the dragons, and so they just the whole movie you never really get to see dragons much
I don't
because
remember.
you're seeing the crowd reacting to dragons, or a baby dragon gets pulled out of a pouch and like the kid hides it away to see what it is. Like in this movie, when I finally get to see Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's like, all right, we've shown you Arnie. As fast as we can, we're going to start ripping his body off and ripping his face off. So you don't.
I
and we're going
don't think that was-
to see him from behind as he walks away.
I don't think that was cost saving. That was predetermined for the film. Mick G did a lot of storyboarding for this ahead of time, and one of the things he went light on in the storyboard was the Arnold scene, and the reason why is it wasn't sure that Arnold would be able to be in any capacity, nor would he agree to his likeness being in the movie. So they kind of glossed over that early on in production. So I don't think that was a
Well,
saving.
yeah, he's not. He's not in this thing. He's not credited. He didn't
Right.
film anything. This is
He couldn't be in it.
no. This
Originally, they were gonna. If Arnold could not be or did not agree, they were just gonna have the face get blown off immediately.
right.
And so they at least got to give a little something.
Well, as
They
a,
could have just held a Polaroid photo of Schwarzenegger's face in front of the robot. Boom. Oh, okay, all right. I guess it was supposed to look.
the other part that leads us away from thinking it was
Just thinking about where we are now.
It says this as in 2010, and I think
AI
the record is still true.
terms
I
of,
don't know if that's inflation
like
is
deep fake
included or not,
stuff
but
and
it
generated
remains
things.
the most expensive
Wow.
independently financed, meaning non-studio.
Cheesy, but I mean, it's
budget close to $200 million. That's a lot
crazy.
of money. $200 million
Yeah.
today for your movies. for
And
a
they,
hell of a
and they
lot of
said, they got ILM to get in there and do some color matching so that the CG would always look good in this washed out world. So I mean, I think they really.
Honestly, when they were escaping in that truck from the harvester, I honestly think that may be one of my favorite action scenes, certainly in any Terminator movie, but in a lot of movies. Like, I loved every second of that. Now, people are going to go, well, Scott, you're predisposed to a bunch of shitty old cars chasing each other down a dirt road. I know that. I understand that. But I think that was, like, I was stoked. I was watching that going, all right, man, this is my kind of action scene. And if your Terminator movie is going to be worth anything, it needs to have a couple of marquee action moments.
Yeah, I haven't been that excited since Terminator 2 when Arnold drove that semi off the embankment into the gutter.
That wasn't Arnold though. That was a T-1000.
No, that's right. It was. You're right. But no, Arnold was on the motorcycle, wasn't he?
Yeah. And he's using the shotgun to blow holes in the Robert Patrick's face and.
Yeah,
like you're right.
I
would put this right up there with that, which I also think is an iconic and important action scene.
This movie almost had one of my favorite action sequences of all time with the A-10 Warthogs, and it happened really fast and it's over, and it's intended to demonstrate to you how the machines as a faction are way more powerful than the humans as a faction. And so I of course was questioning, how the hell do they still have working A-10s? What the hell? How does humanity have that? What? And of course they immediately both get destroyed. Those planes apparently only got to fly for like 5 minutes and blam,
Yeah.
But like the actual action of it, of them flying around like, I don't know, the Grand Canyon or something, was really cool.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that a lot.
was good, and it looked good. There's just not a lot of scenes here in those scenes, and that's just that's a huge credit here, because that's hard to do, and even in modern movies that use a lot of effects to accomplish what they need to do, are sort of always like, oh, well, I know that was done. That's a big CGI monster there, or this is whatever. Those motorcycles looked real. They were organic to the world when they got drug around and smacked into other cars. It looked like real physics happening. Like, I was not taken out of any of that. And it's been a while since I felt that way about a movie that's 10 years on. So I guess I came away from this surprised how much I enjoyed it. I thought I was going to hate it because I remember everybody at the time going, boo-hoo, wee-wah,
I remember hating it when I first saw it, and this is only the second time I've seen it, and I don't know why. It was a 180-degree turnaround for me that I really
I think
I'm not ready to put it up as number 2.
I think the
first Terminator is my second favorite. But,
I put it. It's a close third.
It's in the third place.
Yeah.
The only reason why one has slipped over the years for me is that it just doesn't hold up visually. It's still, it's kind of a slow movie. Don't get me wrong; it is a monumentally important film, and it done some amazing things. And I love the story, and it started a franchise. But if you ask me, what do I want to watch today? And that's how I usually rate it, my list. And I think that would be further down the list for me.
The other interesting thing is it never really occurred to me until it was over and I was reading through some trivia that this movie was a PG-13 film. And according to the producers, they did not intentionally do that. They were just making their movie, and that's the rating it got.
But we got Christian Bale. How can it be PG-13?
Well, the reason I say that is outside of, there really is no
lots of commentary by me,
language, and there are no Linda Hamilton type boobs or any of that going on. So there's your, I guess that's your
Linda Hamilton boobs,
right? But violence-wise and just sort of like visceral, whatever, and dark, dank, portrayal. That's all there. So I don't know. It's weird. It's like a movie that didn't feel watered down to me.
Right. I think our expectations, most of the complaints I read about in the critical reviews of this film has mostly been because I think it just went to a different direction than what everybody was expecting. The expectations were just different, and I think that hurt this film, especially in early reviews.
Well, my memory of those reviews, and the reason I didn't see it is that somebody came out and said, yeah, it's a shitty road trip movie. And I'm like, oh, a road trip movie, that's not interesting to me at all. Like,
that was part 3 though, wasn't it? Wasn't that pretty much all of them road trip movies?
They're all kind of road trip movies.
Like 3 and 4?
No, 2.
4 is more of or 3 is more of a buddy cop film.
Right. I can see that.
A rom
Which was good.
Yeah.
But like that's just all I remember, about the decision to not see it. And like in retrospect, I probably would have enjoyed this a lot in the theater at the time. You know, it's real competent. Like that's the thing. People give McGee a bunch of shit, but man, this guy, yeah, he's really good at what he does, and he rarely tries to do something he's not good at.
Yeah, I think he's got a great vision, and I think the pacing was good on this as well. And the only thing that kind of makes me wonder, I think Mick G had some love eyes for Christian Bale, and I think he let him with a little bit too much control, because rumors are, and from the trivia that I read, that Christian Bale was actually in the editing room for like 8 hours a day with Mick G.
Really?
Just having all this influence and input into the film.
Hey, real quick, can Mick G just change it? I hate his name. I hate it.
It sounds like a Scottish rapper.
Right.
I haven't thought of it that way, but it annoys me to no end. There's no way it's his real name, right? Come on.
Right, it's a shortening of his middle name. His name is Joseph McGinty Nicol, and he could have just gone by Joseph Nicol. I don't know why he didn't.
Here's the deal: his mom, his uncle, and his dad were also named Joe McNichol or Joe Nicol.
Yeah.
Right.
And his mom gave him the nickname Mick G to separate him from.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'm slightly better with it because moms are cool, but come on, man.
Yeah.
Like,
The guy is richer than the world. Like he somehow came away from a series of Charlie's Angels movies and this one, and with a ridiculous amount of money, he produced Supernatural for over a decade.
Right.
And like he's perfectly good at this particular thing, which is like helicopters fall off of a dam and getting started in midair and then flying away. Like he's like, I can't think of anybody I would rather have directing this kind of like action and gritty post-apocalyptic nonsense.
yeah.
So I've only seen this and the first Charlie's Angels movie. I mean, unless we're counting like his music videos for Smash Mouth.
Yeah, well, you've probably seen all of those,
Race
right?
Fly,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
which I'd probably leave off my resume. But I take that back. I've been watching Lethal Weapon the TV show, which it's so much better than it should be. You know,
It really is.
He directed 2 episodes of like the first 2, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus he's executive or something, a producer, I guess, of 35 of those episodes. So yeah, he's been busy with that.
He directed We Are Marshall, which was a great film, got nominated for awards, and didn't have all of this like crazy action. So, I think he has chops.
Not only that, he's got range, and the range is interesting because I don't think those Charlie's Angels movies are very good. I think they're fun and silly in their own little way, but they don't ever strike me as like, oh, this is the beginning of an incredible directorial whatever. But then you dive into this movie, and it's got like vision and world building in a way that is well beyond anything even Charlie's Angels or any of these other projects for that matter. So yeah, it's not perfect. It's got all kinds of issues. The story holes are a problem. Plus, I think Terminator is always the biggest mistake Terminator ever made as a series was relying so much on really bad time travel ideas. Like terrible, easy to prove out, wrong time travel.
I mean, the Terminator is basically built on the grandfather paradox.
Yeah, and it sucks.
Grandfather paradox.
And it sucks because if you send somebody back in time to stop a thing, it would have already been stopped. You know what I mean? Like you get into this loop, and it's just bad. It works in Back to the Future because it's fun and silly, and there's other reasons I like it. Terminator's always suffered from this. This movie gets away with it a little bit more, in my opinion, because you're not seeing the time travel constantly. You're just dealing with the other side of the sending things back part.
Well, and my to slightly disagree with you. If you send someone back in time to stop a thing, it'll stop, but not in your timeline. Your timeline still has to exist.
Like anyone's an expert on time travel.
Send the person back.
I agree, but not in Terminator Land.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
They screw that up. So I'm with you 100%. Like I have always aligned myself with Ibbott's time travel theories. I think you've been dead on, and very few movies get this right, if any. I liked Looper for it being a fun romp. But
yes, right.
You were quick to remind everybody that thing's got this, some of these problems, and so Terminator has never really fessed up to those.
So want to have a fun movie.
That is satisfying to me. So I will always have this flaw with it. But if you're talking about just fun world building and taking it to the next level and going places, this movie gets to do that, and some of the others don't, and I like it for that. You know, I like it. I think we should watch Genesis here since some of us have not seen it. And
I would be up for watching Genesis again and seeing if I've
Lay down.
looked at it more favorably, kind of like I looked at this one more favorably.
Who's Dragon Lady's in it, right? What's her name?
Emilia Clarke and then John Clark, unrelated as John Connor for this one.
And he's
All right. Speaking of funny-looking ladies,
Yeah.
can we talk about Helena Bonham Carter for a moment?
Oh man!
She is a very unique looking.
Send your emails to Randy
No. She is in this movie because she's funny looking. She's made even more funny looking in order to play this role.
I think she's exotic looking. I would not call. I find her attractive. I wouldn't call Helena Bonham Carter funny. More exotic looking.
I didn't say anything about her attractiveness. This is a role that confused the hell out of me. I still don't understand who she was working for, what is she? Like, it's just like this, like the one thing this movie failed completely to communicate to me is what she was doing at the execution of Sam Worthington, and then later at the I don't know, the back and forth with him when he's trying so hard to be. Oh, by the way, trope alert.
Let's get one in here. Hold on a sec, for real.
He is the villain protagonist, so that means he has to not only be horribly conflicted for the protagonists, the other protagonists, but he also has to be in conflict with the other villains, and so like they use her as the sort of like face of that, and it just.
Do you need to go outside?
I needed so much more story.
I agree with you 100% that they absolutely did not explain
with the other villains.
Okay.
And so like they use her as the sort of like face of that, and it just I needed so much more story.
I agree with you 100% that they absolutely did not explain that at all. I really still don't know exactly what's going on. I think my understanding is she was somebody at Skynet that was a brilliant engineer, scientist lady, and she had all kinds of cool stuff going on, but I guess she put her better looking, less cancery self inside of a video to show later. Like
Skynet chose.
Exactly. Skynet said, "Oh, this massage might be the one that you like better, or maybe this one, or maybe this one."
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So it just happened to choose her as thinking that it was somebody that he trusted and would listen to for the big reveal of, "Oh, you're actually the bad guy. You executed our plan perfectly."
Yeah, that was all weird. And him just peeling a scab off his head, basically, just so now.
Right. Yeah. Note to self: if you're going to implant somebody with a tracking mechanism or a way to control them, put it really, really deep so they can't just like use a fingernail clipper to pry it out.
If you put it inside my liver, I will never be able to get rid of it.
But if it glows, it's on the top side of my arm, and I can see it and it glows. That makes it pretty easy.
Yeah, the movie does suffer from Death Starism in a couple of ways.
Oh, totally.
So you got that going on. You got him again with his heart. Because freaking apparently all you can do is punch his heart and then you're good.
Right. Why does he need a heart anyway?
What a shitty design flaw that was.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
not to mention the fact that the Terminator facility has a giant container of hot lava.
Oh, right.
Right where you might want to walk.
Exactly.
Well, it was a molten. It was obviously
supposed to put this thing of hot lava. I know, right in the middle of where we're making all the Terminators.
Yeah, I mean it was molten steel, and in theory you shouldn't have been able to break out of that because.
Oh God, it's bugging me again.
The steel wouldn't have fallen off the way it did, but
Full
whatever,
transparency.
That was a kind of a fun scene, and so
Stepped away to
you're
take
right,
her out,
it's like,
and then had dinner.
they're sticking stuff
now
in
she's
places
bugging again. She went to the
to
bathroom.
make sure you got your connected little
You
plot
went to the
point.
bathroom. There's something up here.
We're going to need to give him a heart transplant later. Where will that heart come from? How about the big obvious one that everyone's been punching the whole movie? And probably is not in good shape, by the way. That thing's probably
Horrible shape.
Yeah.
I mean, it stopped for a good long time. I mean,
And you know what? Maybe that does explain why he looks like Christian Bale in this movie and looks like John Clark in the next movie. That heart, that effective beat up punch heart.
Yeah. Also, I just want to make this comment because I don't know if it'll ever come up again, but Ron Howard's daughter there, Bryce Dallas Howard. Did she have access to a shower and nobody else does? Is that the deal? Because she was always clean. Always clean.
The submarine has one shower on it, and it had a ladies' room sign over it, and they're like, "Oh well, I guess it only one person on the boat."
I'll tell you, there's two things that we kept for society in the future: dental care and heart transplants. No problem. We got.
No, I was going to say makeup for women. For some reason, every woman in this movie has perfect makeup on, even in the midst of crazy action. Moon Bloodgood, I'm like, oh wow, she really found time to get some eyeliner on. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, there's all kinds of things you can do when social media is no longer involved.
I guess so.
You got plenty of time.
Yeah, that's true. 2018 didn't bug anybody who did it.
A little bit, but not much. Just for a moment, because I usually hold, like I said, the Terminator series to me is always. We don't know what timeline we're in. We could be in any timeline at this point.
Oh yeah, exactly. And this kind of has to be 2018 because of all the other events.
I agree with you, but, and I've said this on Film Sack many, many times, and for F's sake, I hope every filmmaker has learned this lesson. Go ahead and set it far enough in the future that we don't have this result. There is no need for this to have said 2018. If it had said 2118, none of us have this problem at all, period. I don't care about the ages of the people. That's not going to bother me. It's when you do this thing where I'm going to watch this movie in a few months and it's going to be the year, that is my problem.
Yeah,
9 years.
I understand that. Well, yeah, it was 9 years, but even then, it was obviously a really close. Well, look, Blade Runner is in a bit of a pinch because the original Blade Runner happened in what 2015 or something. Wait.
It's something that's already come and gone. The first Blade Runner.
Yeah, the first Blade Runner's come and gone. The next one, 2049, we're not there yet, but there's no way we're going to be in that place when we get to 2049. So I've always said Star Trek's been the smartest. Put it out in the 23rd century. Don't have to mess with it. No one's going to live that long. It's fine. Somebody else's problem. 3 generations.
I take that back, by the way. 2019 is this. Oh, we're in the year of Blade Runner, by the way.
Okay. We're in the year of Blade Runner.
Did I just say this?
You did. You're right. No, you're right. And also, we're in the year. We're in the year of Mad Max. Also, by the way, this is also the year of the original.
The first Mad Max.
The first Mad Max. Yeah. So enjoy your post-apocalyptic nightmares on either side. But my point is either have your thing set in real time, a what if this happens in 09, or put it way far out. The problem is Terminator established a timeline in the first thing, and they're having to try to adhere to that. So that's the only real thing.
And I think you kind of got to. I mean, you create a little bit of tangibility if you create a movie that is going to be in the expected life range of the audience that you want to go see it. You know, because if you're saying, all right, this is in such a far flung out future that none of you will ever know what this is like anyway, then there's that disconnected.
Right. And usually you can avoid.
I'm going to be 61 when this year happens. Oh my gosh, let me see what this is going to be like.
Usually you can avoid the concept
I'll be
of
61
years anyway, because it never comes up in most conversations. But when you're dealing with a time travel movie, I guess you kind of have to address it. But Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't bother me. Like I said, it's outside. It's an alternate universe. It's outside of our current universe.
Yeah, it's kind of like that Spider-Verse movie is so good at bringing comic book alternate reality split timelines to a screen and making common people get it. Like, that's usually just the purview of a comic, and no movies ever really go there. That movie's very successfully portrayed that idea, and it's a lot of fun. You can have so much fun with it.
Go lay down, dude.
But these movies are talking. These movies assume a single timeline, a
Do you need to go
going
outside?
back, and a constant effort to stop a thing.
You're not reacting.
And then they just loop into it. It just doesn't work.
You can wait a little bit longer.
Don't think about the time travel in Terminator movies. It'll just piss you off because it's all jacked up and completely broken. And it's fine. Whatever. I mean, are they making new?
It is one of those things. Far better if you just kind of roll with it. You know, don't pay too much attention to it.
Yeah. The kid. I just wanted to point this out real quick. The kid who played in 3, who played John Connor, the slightly older 20-something John Connor.
Don't pay too much attention to it.
Oh, my dog.
The kid. I just wanted to point this out real quick. The kid who played in 3, who played John Connor, the slightly older 20-something John Connor, is the dirty yellow bastard actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't think of his name right now, but I just wanted to throw that out there since we were talking earlier about the many faces of John Connor. Yes, Randy.
I wanted to do a completely different comparison between this movie and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
This movie, I would not have appreciated at all the Arnold Schwarzenegger cameo if it had happened even a minute earlier in the movie. I needed a lot of this movie to happen and to sort of whet my appetite for this thing. In the same way that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse holds off hard on even showing you Mary Jane and Spider-Ham and Penny Parker and freaking Nick Cage as Spider-Man Noir. And it was like, if those had come along earlier in the film, I would have been no. But I have a whole movie that happens, and I get connected to all the characters and the intrigue of what I'm wondering is going on. And then Spider-Ham comes along, and it's John Mulaney, and I'm like, this is amazing. And like, it's not stupid and dumb at all.
No,
you know?
they are. That's a genius thing in that movie is how they pulled that off, and it didn't feel stupid. Like that, and the anime girl in the ball. Like I'm not even familiar with that material the way I was with Spider-Ham, and even then it was like, oh my gosh, you guys pulled this off.
That's Penny Parker, voiced by Kimiko Glenn. Oh, she's so awesome.
Is she do video game stuff? I bet. Probably.
Yes.
So let me point to something about what you just said, and if I can remember it, it's going to be real fun. What was it? Oh, when he's the Arnold reveal. I agree, it's timed well, and feels good for where it is and all that. Does it bug anybody else though that again, this is the broken timeline? We got John Connor face to face with his old pal, the T800 from 1992, when he was a kid and was hacking ATMs and stuff. And here he is again. Hey, it's my old pal. You don't have to be the bad machine. Remember?
Right. The only experience he would have had with the Arnold, at least unless there are other movies that insert him in
interruptions
further.
tonight.
But the only experience he's had with the T800 is one of help. Like
Yeah.
this is the guy
Ta-da!
that saved me and my mom from Liquidnator.
Right. That would have been the last point of contact he would have had. So I wouldn't have.
Floor.
It wouldn't have been just, I'm going to kill this thing that I just accidentally ran into. It would be a much more emotional sort of conflicting moment. You'd still have to fight him, but it's not the same. But then I realized as I'm complaining
This
about
is where
that we got young Kyle
that
Reese in his
floor
teens, who's going to go back
thing
in
I feel
time
like would
pretty
work.
soon and have sex with your mom, and that's the only way that you get born. Like, oh my gosh, it's so bad, you
Yeah,
guys.
and I'm trying to remember. Does he know? Like, has it been revealed in the movies? Sarah Connor telling her son, by the way, you have to send Kyle Reese back to to have sex with me, so you'll be born.
Yeah, they did it in the narration, the uncredited Linda Hamilton tape he was playing
They did in
earlier.
this one. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that little tape
Send
playing at
someone,
the top.
send back someone hot, please.
Yeah. Well, I think she said you have to send back Kyle Reese. I think she
Right. Yeah.
which makes no sense because that means she knows it was Kyle Reese. It's already happened.
Oh, didn't I own this?
It's okay. No, it's okay.
It's not okay. It's awful. It's awful. All right.
Right.
Anyway, it's really broken, dude. You have to admit. You have to admit.
It is. Oh, it's totally broken.
Yeah.
I mean, not to get gross, but I mean, could any difference in Jeff Goldblum's
That's why I
chaos
owned
theory
this.
dripping water down his hand have caused a different sperm to actually make contact with the Sarah Connor egg and produce a different?
Well, maybe, but even then, it's all
it would still be a John Connor that would grow up in that.
for him to exist
Yeah.
and to tell Kyle Reese to go back in time makes no sense because you already exist. So you have to go back in time and do it with my mom to make a baby so that I'm here.
So is it even time travel?
Okay, so that was a
I
bad
wonder if
purchase.
it's,
Broken Scott.
Oh my gosh. Seriously, I'm like a clock with like everything went boing and cuckoo, all that. I can't deal with it. It's
My
stupid.
favorite part was where you said something about Christian Bale showing emotion. Because I'm sorry, it just he doesn't.
I like Christian Bale. I know you said he's overrated.
He's just overrated. That's all.
I think he's great. I think he's an amazing actor.
Yeah, I think he's great.
I think I can't. I mean, I'm not going to look at this and go, ooh, or even Batman. Batman's pretty playing it straight, but he's done some pretty impressive business before and after his big $200 million projects. I mean, he was kind of an a-hole on set. Should we talk about that real quick? Let's do that. I got some clips even of this. Let's listen to the full, and it's not the full thing, but 35 seconds of this, which I have edited for tender ears. Okay, I've put some bleeps in. Let's put it that way. This is him on set after a director of photography, a DP, walked into frame where his eyes were looking, and it screwed him up in a very intense scene, and he went off famously.
How none of us, I know Dunaway referenced it, but how none of us used this as our opening is crazy.
It is crazy to me. But here it is.
I just knew if I did that you guys would also. So that's what
I don't know. I would have if I would have thought of it, honestly.
Well, here's Christian Bale losing his crap. Here you go.
Kick your f***ing ass! I want you off the f***ing set!
Good for you.
Now don't just be sorry. Think for 1 f***ing second. What the f*** are you doing? Are you professional or not? Do I f***ing walk around and rip that? No, shut the f*** up, Bruce. Do I want? No! No! Don't shut me up. Am I gonna walk around and rip f***ing lights down in the middle of a scene? Then why the f*** are you walking right through? Da-da-da-da like this in the background. What the f*** is it with you?
All right, so that's only a bit. There's other stuff like
Oh, good for you.
yeah, there's a bit.
That's the money shot right
This is my favorite here. This is his Bill O'Reilly moment.
Let's go again.
There you go. So he's a kind of a dick in real life by some other accounts, not just this thing. And it bums me out because the stereotype I have in my head about everybody being a debutante, better than you, whatever in Hollywood,
diva
seems to keep fulfilling its truth. Like it just keeps happening. So for all the Tom Hankses we have, there's like 8 other guys that are all dicks on set. And,
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
And you can blame it on being method and all that. Like, no, I'm totally in the scene, and this is who my character is, and stuff like that. But I think there is a point at which it's a little over the top, a little too much. You're an actor, you're doing a job. We don't act like this when we're, cooking fries at McDonald's, even though we're doing a job too.
I should mention this. He claims, well, I shouldn't say claim. He apologized publicly. Says he was very sincere about it. The apology does sound very sincere, and he says that he and Bruce are on great terms now. I don't know what that means.
We're done professionally.
The reference to Bruce, what's his name, the assistant director, is an aside. He's yelling at the director of photography, whose name is Shane Hurlbut.
Oh, Shane. I get that.
Yeah, and like it's just an aside because what's the guy's name? Bruce. Here it is. Bruce Franklin just tries to sort of get in the middle of it, and Christian Bale yells at him by name. But the "Are You a Professional" is directed at Shane Hurlbut, and of course he apologized
Grow
profusely.
lights.
Doesn't change the fact that you're yelling at the director, the photographer, the cinematographer of this film. Like you don't do this.
I mean, that is a load of anger coming out of there, and it's seems insane to me. If somebody crosses the thing, that may be a mistake professionally. I don't know, but do you just burn? Are you gonna die on this hill? Like, what are you doing, man? Like, calm down, Batman.
There it is.
You got a lot of career ahead of you. You're gonna win a bunch of awards. Like, what are you doing?
Adam McKay loves him. He must have gotten his crap figured out, because Adam McKay wouldn't put him in so much stuff if he
two movies, but yeah,
all the time now.
Yeah.
But he's now kind of stuck, isn't he? Like, Christian Bale has to play the quirky thing in the Recession movie, and he has to be in the movie Vice. Admittedly, he's trolling for Oscars now, which is a thing you do. But it's not like he's being cast in these huge, big budget, like, leading role things anymore, right?
It's a lot of arty stuff. Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to think of the most mainstreamy, monstrous thing he's done, and I can't think of anything since the third Batman.
It's The Big Short is what I was trying to think of. Everybody is saying he was amazing in Vice. I need to go see it.
Yeah, he's really good in it. Yeah, but that's fine. I'm agreeing with you. I think that name a blockbuster style movie that he's been in since Batman 3. There isn't one.
That's it. No.
Big Short is a cool movie, but it ain't a blockbuster.
Well, and he's not the lead role.
I wouldn't call that a I'd say that's an art fart movie that a lot less people see. Like, and I'm fine with that. I think he's extremely talented, and every time he shows up and Amy Adams is with him or something, I'm like, okay, whatever this is going to be good. It's just I think he may be done with the big epic, Marvel style level, thing. He's not going to be in a Marvel movie or something, I don't think.
I know we have more clips. Did you guys see the trailer for Ford versus Ferrari?
No.
So I go out of my way to not watch trailers. I'm literally standing outside the first 10 minutes of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse because I don't want to see trailers. But somehow, I don't know how, in my life, I watched the trailer for Ford versus Ferrari, and in this, it's a Christian Bale, Matt Damon movie, and it's coming out in like 6 months. And I was just like, I was totally hooked. I can't wait to see this movie. You should watch
Ford versus Ferrari. Is it actually cars versus each other, or like what's the?
Yeah. It's a story about the Le Mans in like 1966.
Oh, I'd be into that.
Yeah, Matt Damon plays Carroll Shelby. Just watch the trailer. You'll see.
Oh my gosh, a Shelby. What were those called? The Ford Shelby. That was a long
Just
car.
watch the trailer. You gotta stop. Watch the trailer.
Those cars made gulping sounds on the gas they were drinking back then. Man, they were not efficient. You can go 1 mile and we'll take a guess. All right. Let's say a couple other quick trivia things, and then we'll get to actual clips, which we got from the movie and not from his tirade. Stan Winston died during filming. Died in June of 2008, and this makes it the last film he provided any visual effects for. They did a little tribute at the end, so that was kind of cool. But Stan Winston there for all the Terminators and many other films, obviously. Yeah. Old recordings of Sarah Connor are played in the film with lines nearly word for word from the Terminator from 1984 and slightly edited. Linda Hamilton voiced the lines herself, but is uncredited. And let's see. I kind of love and hate this. In the original Terminator 84, Kyle Reese asked the police what day is it, what year, and one of the first things Marcus Wright says to Kyle Reese, and this is, what day is it, what year? They did that a lot. I'll be back. There was another one. Come with me if you want to live. So it was good times. Good times.
Lots of nice references. I mean, I even think that the molten steel is intentionally there as a reference to the second movie too.
Okay, check this out. Michael Ironside accepted this role in this movie despite having just broken 3 vertebrae in his back in a roofing accident. I love the idea. He's up working on a roof. Something about that is so great.
Hand me that bag of pants.
How?
You can hear it.
Okay, so then I want to know, how did he lose his money? How was he so broke that he needed to go
Maybe he
fix
just
the roof?
wanted to do it. Like sometimes this reminds me of my dad. It didn't matter how well we were doing when I was growing up or how poorly. It didn't matter. He was like, I'm gonna get up here and do this with my own sweat and tears. And I'll bet Michael Ironside's one of those guys. He's just like, hey, what's wrong with the air conditioner? I'll do it. Don't call anybody. I'll do it. Like, it seems like one of those dudes. I could be wrong, but that's probably what we saw here. Anyway, he never sits down in this movie, if you notice. It's because he's in intense pain and can't sit. So there you go. Kind of like Brian and your coccyx when you're after
Yeah,
that.
coccyx.
Yeah. Your coccyx.
I'm sitting on my coccyx right now.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on it, and I can feel some pain, so I should probably have it.
Yeah, you should your Fitbit will tell you to get up.
Yeah, jeez.
Brian, how's your Dunaway? How's your cock sits? 6.
My cock sits is just fine.
Okay,
Thanks
good.
for asking, though.
No problem.
I don't get asked often enough.
Yeah, there you go. And then let's see. So back to the timeline. Assuming there is a small margin of error between the correct and alternate timelines of the previous films, this installment takes place about 11 and a half years, which was set in 2018, before the events leading up to the first in 2029. So I guess that means, boy, if you
We have time.
yeah, well, it also means that he's a lot older in 2029 for you. That's another reason.
Yeah, I decided to just, my math got this age, Kyle Reese is 20, and then in the 1984 film, Kyle Reese is 28, was how I worked out. So there's 8 years after this movie before Kyle Reese goes back in time. And again, sorry, Anton Yelchin is amazing, but he doesn't look anything like Bean.
No, he's a loss, though. That one sucks. You know what's weird? We just last night celebrated the 27th birthday of Dylan, who married my daughter. Haley's 24. And that's the age he died. Like, that's just insane. That seems so much younger now that I can apply it to somebody who's in the family, you know? Like, ugh, just sucks. He was so good. And he was good in lots of stuff.
Ridiculous death, too. Wasn't it like a...
So he parked a vehicle on a sloped driveway, and then it was in gear and slipped, and he walked around in front of it. It rolled down and crushed him against a post, and then he was there for an undetermined length of time and asphyxiated. Like, you imagine a couple of hours maybe, and didn't have the ability to make enough noise to get any help. Yeah, that was worse.
I believe it was one of those, wasn't one of those dial type shifters. It wasn't like a standard shifter. It's one of those newer dial type. If I remember right.
Oh, right. And those are harder to know where they're at or whatever, or how rules work differently. I don't know how those work.
I'm not. Yeah, they just. I guess maybe
It was a 2014-2015 Grand Cherokee, and they had a design flaw. They actually Chrysler actually settled with Yelchin's family for an undisclosed amount of money, and you just can't. I can't even imagine what like. How,
Right.
What was that? How?
the potential that he had for earning.
No, he was just taken off. Like, stuff was just about to blow up for that dude, and rightly so. He was super interesting. I think he was, he had an Oscar in his future, I felt like he's that good. He was that good. Now, he was just, these roles we were getting were early career stuff, and, he's not in the movies that would probably be his defining moments yet, but they were coming. Really felt like it. And when I got that news, I just went, really? Like, there's some of the world's biggest dicks walking around alive right now, and this is how he has to go? Erg. Anyway.
Last night in a playoff game between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks, a wide receiver named Alan Hearns was crippled for life. Like, his foot was practically broken off in his football game. It was the hardest thing to watch. I like, as it happened, I was losing it. They showed one replay of it from a better angle, and I don't know why I looked. Don't look at this. It's absolutely horrible. But the thing that really struck me in that moment is this guy is young, right? Like, he's in his 20s. He's got potentially a great career ahead of him. He's a great wide receiver. And to have your foot just destroyed in this instance, when nobody was really doing anything horribly wrong, you could call some fault, but it's just gruesome, and it's like, man, life changing, totally life changing.
Complete shift. There's nothing to be the same for him. That sucks. Yeah, this is a good depressing moment. Hey, check this out. Check this out. I got a trope for you. Little kid that never says words.
The mute.
Yeah, the mute child in the future, where the future's all gone to hell and back.
But you know is wise and will serve some purpose in the future.
Yeah, there's that. Also, I had another little problem. This tiny thing. Sam Worthington says that he was born in 75. At least that's what's implanted into him. He says he heard his brother playing Alice in Chains when he was younger. And I said to myself, no, wait, you'd be the one listening to Alice in Chains if you were born in 75. Like, that's prime time for you as a teenager, not your brother necessarily. So I didn't buy that. That irritated me. And then also, how come the place where they rounded up all the people had to have a big tube that shot fire out of them like you're at a Kiss concert? What was out of it?
All that lava tube.
Because that's how you get to the from the mini boss to the big boss.
Yeah.
Go through the tunnel of shooting fire tubes.
Yeah. And then for me, the chick in the bucket in this movie was the machines would only come. The machines that would only come when they want to investigate a noise. They were making all kinds of craziness out there. Like when they burned the whole area trying to take out Sam Worthington before he escaped. And I thought, all right, well, that was a bigger noise, more mess, and more light at night than any of your other little trinkety noises that made us come out.
That was Skynet taking the play.
That's right. They knew
about the signal
everything. So they're like, oh, this is part of the plan. We have to leave that noise because that's the Marcus noise.
That's terrible.
Check your brain at the door about what machines that were self-aware would actually do. Just completely don't think about that.
All right. Well, the only other thing I would say then is Christian Bale should not be allowed to fly anywhere helicopters and crash field one. And if you give him a third one, he'll crash that one. Please quit giving him helicopters. All right. Clip time. We have clips. Let's display them, and we will do them in the order in which they were received. Not really. I recorded them in this order. All right. Here we go. This is someone not worried about an accent. Once again, 2 weeks in a row, we have somebody who's not worried about their accent. Here it is.
No worries in that one. No, about the future.
She did fine except for worried. Worried both times was worried.
Yeah. It's a tough word.
Yeah. And I love her. Like, I'm with Ivett. She's awesome. Yeah. She's kind of weird looking, but in a cool, intriguing way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, hey, she'll always be Marla in Fight Club to me.
My God. Yeah. Brad Pitt walks in her room and bumps the table because there's a wiener on it and it shakes. So good. I'll never forget that scene. All right. Here's, what? Oh, Bringing Out the Batman. That's so bad.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
He did that a lot.
Gotham is my city.
There's more of that.
Because my men died. What did we find down there? A lot of poop.
I mean, God,
Don't make me start agreeing with Randy.
Randy's right.
What's wrong
Oh.
with me?
In this movie, I think you're 100% right. He phoned in.
I didn't expect it to do
almost
that.
makes his outburst worse.
But that makes
Because
sense.
what are you actually giving us there? If you were giving us the freaking role of a lifetime and can't believe the acting on this guy's fine, but you're not even doing that, and then you gave that guy so much heat. Jeez.
If you're doing this, if you're having a reaction while you're doing Cheney, it's like, oh yeah, I can totally see that. I mean, he needs to be able to channel that character. He's in a popcorn Terminator flick.
Right.
More lighting technicians. Keep on walking through. Parade of lighting technicians, please.
Yeah, sound like Batman the whole time. All right, here's one I wrote. I wrote a little stilted. I don't know that.
Tape number 28 is Sarah Connor to my son John. What's the most difficult for me is trying to decide what to tell you and what not to. Will it affect your decision to send him back in time? Back to me? Too much information.
Oh yeah, this all makes sense. Freaking
Right.
Should I tell you that you're going to spin my father?
Bring him at the gym before you send him back.
It made me think about what would I be saying to my kid right now? Like if he told me, okay, Randy, you're gonna die. Like it's just at some point in the future. Like let's say in the next 6 months you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And your kid he's 9 right now. I'm like, yeah, there's some things that I wouldn't trust him to remember me saying, right? So I'm gonna record them like, all right, this is tape 15 from me to you. Let's talk about how I make coffee because I think you're gonna really appreciate some of the finer points of really good coffee later. So, like what? I don't know. It's just weird.
I feel like I need to do that though because when I die, my kids are just left with thousands upon thousands of hours of podcasts about ridiculous things. Like they won't have me talking directly to them. So I feel like I need to do something like a little short MP3, put it on my desktop in case of death. Listen to this, like a little will.
All Dad ever talked about was Florida Man. We never got any sort of.
Yeah, I'm sick of Warcraft, Florida Man, and movies.
But the thing is, they've had you. Like, your kids probably haven't listened to every episode of every podcast. Probably never will. And that's the really shocking thing when you think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
If I had anything of my dad, I would listen to it obsessively.
Right.
But apparently if I had 10,000 hours of my dad, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Right. I think for us, our kids would be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that happened to my dad." Well, at least we've got all those podcasts. I'm going to start listening to them right now.
Yeah.
Episode 6 rolls around. All right, I kind of
I'm good. I get it. Yeah.
Back to Minecraft.
Yeah. This will all be here later on. I don't need to listen
That's
to
right.
it now.
Maybe I'll come back to this later on. I'm going to go listen to Serial.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Here's what's this? Oh, it sounds like a robot fart. I actually really like the sound work in this movie, like quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. Tim Burton is involved with the...
Oh, was he?
some of it. Yeah.
No way.
Not Tim Burton. I'm sorry. I said Tim Burton. I meant Danny Elfman.
How?
Danny Elfman.
Wow.
Yeah, because Tim Burton was he was attached separately, but he had nothing to do with the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Danny Elfman.
By the way, I noticed Reznor did the soundtrack for that Bird Box thing, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And it's an awesome soundtrack. Highly recommend. Cool. Check them out.
Whatever you do, Scott, don't go walking around the house with a blindfold on.
I'm doing it. I'm podcasting blindfolded now. I'm doing it now. Yeah, I know. Well, Netflix warned me. It's up to me now. Here's the, so this is a hay and then robot parts is what I wrote. So here you go. So we get a big old one.
It did sound like leather pants and a leather couch. It sure did.
Yeah. They're so cool. I think the Terminator renditions in this thing are cool as hell. They're the best. And they should, if they do anything future-wise, lean into that. Mechy and loud and weird. That's how it should be. All right, here's the line.
If you want to win.
Or one of them. That was Anton Yelchin. Oh. By the way, the Troll Hunters show on Netflix was the last thing he did. The voice work for those things, the Del Toro animated thing. That's a delightful, wonderful little show. If anyone hasn't seen it, you should watch it. It's really good. But he's the main character. And they have more coming, and I don't know who they're replacing him with, but cool to go. All right, this is why 2018 sucked.
Oh, yeah. 2018. What happened to you? Judgment
I could have sworn that.
Oh, like a good day happened.
Yeah, let's. All right, such a cool sound I wrote.
All right, that's enough. Thanks for watching. Bye.